It is another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're taking a look at two more movies released in July of 2009. As I said before, July 2009 overall this year was not a very good, not a wide amount of movies in general. I mean, there's a lot of wide releases, but very few limited releases. But we do have one limited release, though, on this particular show, and it's actually one of the best movies of the year. But before we get to that one, let's get to the biggest new release of the weekend, and that is, of course, the penultimate story of the Harry Potter franchise, the third to last movie in the series, and that is, of course, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
You are, of course, wondering why I have brought you here tonight.
Actually, sir, after all these years, I just sort of go with it.
Take my arm. Harry, I'd like you to meet Professor Horace Slughorn.
What you see before you is a curious little potion. It does cause a powerful infatuation or obsession.
I'm in love with her. All right, fine, you're in love with her. Have you ever actually met her? Can you introduce me?
This year, the past holds the dark secret.
What you are looking at are memories. This is the most important memory I've collected.
Now get out of here at once!
It is also a lie.
And only he
You're the chosen one, Harry.
can unlock the truth.
Hey, she's only interested in you because she thinks you're the chosen one.
But I am the chosen one. Okay, sorry. Kidding.
From Warner Brothers Pictures.
Without this memory, we leave the fate of our world to chance. You must not fail.
You need us, Harry.
Fight back, you coward!
As I said before, this is the penultimate story of the Harry Potter series before you eventually get to the Deathly Hallows, which, of course, will be split into two movies because, hey, Back to the Future and The Matrix and Pirates of the Caribbean did it, so why not with Harry Potter? But, this one in particular follows Harry's 6th year at Hogwarts as he receives a mysterious textbook, falls in love, and attempts to retrieve a memory that holds the key to Lord Voldemort's downfall. And kind of like what I've said before with the other Harry Potter movies, I mean, this is a series that continues to get bigger and much more darker and much more intriguing as the series goes on. And it continued all the way up into the last movie of the series in general. I mean, the series, of course, started off as mostly kids' movies and then eventually grew into what they are becoming now. They're building the story up here, and they're building up the expectations of where you expect this is going to go. And there are notable differences from the book overall in this, but kind of like my thoughts on the other movies in general, this is a really good movie. It's a really good film because you've grown so attached to these actors as these characters. The characters they do bring in here, like, there's some big breakout performances in here from people like, Helena Bonham Carter, Jim Broadbent. You see a little bit of what Ralph Fiennes will eventually bring to the table once we get to the Deathly Hallows. Actually, I take that back. He's not in this movie. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, but I could have sworn he was in here because he was in Goblet of Fire. He was also in Order of the Phoenix. But no, he's not in this movie, even though in the beginning you could still feel his presence there, even though Ralph Fiennes is not there. But you can still sense the fact that he's there, waiting in the backgrounds, waiting, of course, for that moment when he's going to go and fight Harry Potter in the next story. And yeah, it does a very good job of handling that in particular. I apologize for misguiding you into thinking that he was in this movie. I thought he was in there, but no, he's not in this movie. But either way, this is still a really good movie. It has a really solid cast once again, and for a movie that's 2.5 hours long, it never overstates its welcome because you're so invested in what's going on. The more darker visual look of the film is played out very well here. David Yates and Steve Kloves writing the script for this once again, and Yates directing once again. I mean, I've criticized the guy for sticking with the series all the way through Fantastic Beasts, but the Fantastic Beasts series in general has just not been as strong as the Harry Potter series has been. I mean, this series of Harry Potter movies still holds up way better than any of those Fantastic Beasts movies will ever do. And that, I mean, it's really not hard to see why, because those Fantastic Beasts movies are really just pointless movies. They don't really add anything to what we already know. Plus, the magic just isn't there compared to the original Harry Potter films in general. Not much more to say about this one per se, except the fact that it's a really good movie, and not really that much of a surprise in general, and it's leading up to what's eventually going to happen with the Deathly Hallows movies coming up next. So yeah, quick one on that one. That's Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. So let's go ahead and get to overall the best movie of the entire weekend. One of my favorite movies of the year. That is, of course, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zooey Deschanel in the romantic comedy 500 Days of Summer. So, as the trailer shows you a little bit right there, Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays a man named Tom, and Zooey Deschanel plays his love interest, Summer. And in a non-linear narrative structure, Tom chronicles the story of his relationship with Summer over the course of 500 days. And you have that trailer there playing that incredible song, The Sweet Disposition by the Temper Trap, which I always thought that was Maroon 5, but no. It's another band, but I wish I could play the rest of the trailer for you, but, you know, copyright issues, and watch. This thing will still get copyrighted. You watch, But anyway, 500 Days of Summer. This is one of the best movies I saw in 2009. I think this is number 10 on my best of the year list, if I'm not mistaken. But I love this movie. It's a great movie featuring two actors I really like. I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Every time he's in a movie, I'm there opening day. I just got to see what he does next, because he has really become one of those great actors that really, whenever he gets involved in something, it's like I'm right there, man. Because he's always going to give 110%. You know, Don John, he's great in Inception, Looper, Hit Record on TV. I was watching that when I was on TV, and you can never go wrong with Zooey Deschanel either. Like, a movie like this shows you that The Happening was just a fluke, and this is a really good comedic actress who has a lot of charm, a lot of charisma, and a lot of good chemistry with her leading man in the movie. And in this case, it's Gordon-Levitt, and yeah, she's absolutely fantastic in here. The comedy is top-notch. There are a lot of good, hard, laugh-out-loud moments in this movie. Even some of the deleted stuff is very funny, too. Like, I always love when Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character is so in love that he's going into the song and dance number with all these different things going on in the background, and there's a deleted scene where the same sequence happens, and when he's down in the dumps, people start beating the shit out of him, and the same people that were Gideon dancing and him in the music montage beforehand. I think there was also some Star Wars characters in there too, and doing that before. They were happy in the beginning, and then in the second sequence, they're beating the shit out of him. Like, stuff like that is really funny, and there's a lot of that in this movie. Mark Webb directed this movie. Of course, he would later go on to direct the Amazing Spider-Man movies, which I don't like those movies, but really, it's not his fault. Those were basically Sony trying to do something that was different from trying to recreate the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, and kind of failed miserably at it. Even though there was a lot of elements in there that were good, but eventually they screwed the pooch on that one. But the script overall is really good. This is written by Scott Neustadter and Michael H. Weber. You know, these are the guys that did the script for just recently the Pink Panther 2. Not recently here, but back in 2009, but they also did The Fault in Our Stars, The Disaster Artist, Rosaline. I mean, these are really good writers in here. They did the Daisy Jones and the Six for Hulu, I think it was, but yeah, this is a really, really good movie that just works on so many levels. Everything works, from the casting, to the writing, to the direction. It's pitch perfect, man. I mean, what more can I say? 500 Days of Summer is a really damn good movie, and one worth checking out. One of the year's best films, no question about it. So that's going to wrap this episode of Time About the Movies up, but next time, we've doubled the movie output. We're getting 4 movies to take a look at next time around, finally. We have Disney's G-Force, which is the film that surprisingly took down Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which nobody really expected that, but we have Katherine Heigl's follow-up to Knocked Up with Gerard Butler, The Ugly Truth. We have the horror thriller Orphan, and we also have the indie film, the Oscar-nominated In the Loop, from the same guy who gave us Veep, Armando Iannucci. So we'll take a look at those 4 movies all coming up tomorrow on the show. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please go ahead and hit that playlist on the next page, check out the previous episode, and also don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, notification button, and the bell. That's where you get updates on when new videos come out, and we post new videos here every day. So, with all that said, I'm off. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, as always, take care.